Welcome everyone to our D&D game, Church of Vale Darkness Despair. Today I'm joined by a couple of friends of mine that wanted to experience a Monster Hunter campaign. So what makes this different from a normal D&D game is their health, no matter what level they are, will always be equivalent to level 2. This means when hunting monsters, they cannot just go into fights willy-nilly. They actually have to plan and think things out. These monster hunts will be a short, hopefully just short adventures. They shouldn't be any more than 2 to 3 sessions, and these will be done fortnightly. These adventures are also placed in a predetermined time period in a pretty large universe. So be warned, some parts you might not know, and some places you might not know. This is D&D, but it has been homebrewed quite a lot, so reduce any chances of metagaming. Today, the party is in a strange version of the Sword Coast. The year is 175 IE. We are now reaching the conclusion of the War of the Five Kingdoms, which means that tensions between races are relatively high, with the exception of a few. Now, the party works for the Church of the Vale. During this time, the Church were a hidden organization that both assassinated for political gain and hunted and killed monsters. I can hear laughing in the background, and I'm questioning. I'm trying to read. Sons of bitches.
Just go ahead.
Okay.
Sorry, Holmesy did a thing, and then I wanted to do the thing, and then Wilson did the thing, and
I think I have a poltergeist because somebody just knocked over one of the funkos I had back behind me.
Absolute chill.
hey, I'm telling on
We
you.
love you. Keep going.
Bet you do. Alright. Anyway,
That's it.
yes, so the Church assassinated for political gain and hunted monsters, because if commoners ever knew there were anything more than just owlbears out there, they would fear it and it would cause chaos.
Better to live in ignorance and be dead.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so at this point of time, the church environment mostly consists of just a building that's usually a front. They actually currently use most churches that sort of pray to multiple deities. So when you're in these churches, you'll notice that a lot of the symbols for them are much different to, say, a future timeline version. So we begin our journey in the small town of Waterdeep in the 17th of Tasak. So this is during the time where storms are pretty consistent and you're starting into the point where it's just after winter. Avis. Currently, you're sitting down in the halls of the church. As you look up, you can see a holy symbol rest above the altar. The local monks have been chanting for the last hour. You know when you're ready to receive orders, you tend to just walk to Father Wine's office, which would be located to your left.
Okay. I might. So I spend a few more minutes kind of listening to the choir and the sermons that they're performing and reflect on all that I've done and all that I hope to do, and then I will head off to the left and look for my next contract.
Definitely Oath of Devotion.
So when you head to your left,
You know.
you can see right in front of you is a corridor. You know that Father Wine's office is all the way to the end of that, but as you walk past, you notice that some of these doors that are normally closed are slightly ajar. Sort of when you peek into them a little bit, you can tell that a lot of them people just sort of sitting around writing. You can see there's papers everywhere in these rooms, a large amount of books piled up high. Most of these people are usually worshipping different deities, so a lot of this writing material is on the behalf of those deities themselves. When you reach Father Wine's office, as soon as you open up, he sort of looks up and he says, "Ah, Avis, welcome. How are you feeling this morning?"
I'm rather right. How are you?
As, normal as normal can be, of course. I heard you got back late.
Yes, a little bit of a troublesome contract, the last one, but I managed to get through it.
Well, and with that, he sort of turns around, he pulls out a couple of the small little bag, and he sort of extends his arm out to drop it in front of you. Here's the money you got from the last hunt.
Thank you, Father. Appreciate it.
Inside, when you look at it, you can see what looks to be a silver piece and 2 copper.
Yay. I'll add that very quickly. Silver
Yep.
piece and 2 copper, you said?
Yep.
Okay.
You
All
know,
good.
normally that you only usually get a silver piece out of finishing a contract. So the 2 copper as a bonus is a nice little touch.
Have you
Yep, go
have
ahead.
you anything else for me, Father, to do?
Actually, now that you mention it, this did just come in fresh this morning. You watch as he pulls out yet another contract. You've seen plenty of these before, and he passes it to you. Here you go.
Thank you.
When you open it up, you can see that it says Wild Beast spotted in Phandille, a mining settlement 5 days north of Waterdeep. The locals have told tales of a creature eating livestock, and that it's a potential Class 3 shadow.
Class 3 shadow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Being a part of the church and being a hunter, you know that Class 3 shadows are usually only given to creatures that purposefully harm other creatures on the material plane. So that's how they get the Class 3 out of the total 5 classes, because it goes from like Class 1's like the easiest little guy shadow all the way up to Class 5, which is a big shadow.
Yeah.
So
So this is like medium run of the mill.
yeah, this is like
standard
what
shadow.
you would see normally under a paladin
I
command.
do have a question.
Yeah.
When this info is presented to myself and the other guy, I don't know your character name yet because you haven't been introduced. Would we also know this class tier system?
Yeah, you would know the class tier system. You would
Okay.
also know that, for instance, I think this would only apply to you, Morgren. Your character wouldn't have versed a class 3 shadow in the past. This is usually only given to groups that have a paladin available. So you being introduced to this, you've only done class 2 or class 1s in the past.
Good. Oh, you've just given me like a new few insults that I can use. Thank you.
See. Okay, you then...
Or Avril.
at this
I
point,
hate you
actually,
already.
now that
Fuck.
we've brought this up, Avis, would you
Yo,
like
what's
to introduce yourself to the audience?
Okay. Avis is a half elven male. He's probably in his mid 20s. He's got kind of like shorter hair, kind of cut on the sides, and it's kind of like growing a little bit up here. Um, he's got a stern kind of look about him, very devoted to his task and that. But you can see in his eyes, if you look at him long enough, you can see a bit of sadness there. He wears common chain, a cloak around, and he has a sword attached to his hilt, to his hip. He has a small symbol of a deity that he just kind of carries around his neck, but he just looks like a very stereotypical kind of half elven paladin, but he just has that air of like some sort of internal sadness that he's going through.
Big mood.
Father Wine looks at you and says, "Oh, you know the rules. Class 3 shadow contracts require teams, so you won't be able to go in there solo on this one. However, us, being the church, we wanted to give you an asset. It's a church's asset, so it's a little strange, just be aware." At that point, he stands up and he begins walking out of his office, sort of gesturing for you to follow him.
Alright, follow.
As you guys go down the corridor, as well, while you're here, I found a location of a hunter to be joining you, a dwarf. We want to start bringing him into level 3 contracts. He's done a lot of level 2 and 1 contracts in the past, so we want to see how he acts. So I want you to report anything you have on him. And at this point, now you guys are leaving the church. So since it's a mining town, that also might come in handy, that he's a dwarf. And also, when he says that, he pulls out these 3 separate books. He passes one of the books to you. Here's your cover story. You'll be going into as miners hired by the city of Waterdeep. The outpost leader's name is Ames Holder. He's expecting more help from the city, so he'll give you an excuse to be there. Remember, we do not exist, so make sure that nobody figures out who you are.
Of course.
I'll let you quickly write that. Well,
Yeah. So Ames Holder is the like
the
manager there.
yeah, he's like the outpost leader, of the mining outpost leader.
Okay. Yeah. No problem.
Now at this point, you've entered a separate building. This building has been closed off to even you for a very long time. You haven't been in here before. A small bit of interest had piqued you as soon as the door opened. When it does, you see that this is actually there's no rooms in here. It's just this one massive area. Father Wine looks at you and says, "Here's our asset." And as you sort of start to walk up, you can see this. You've never seen this before. It's mostly metallic. You see what looks to be white metal, gold, and some silver or platinum. We don't know what this was when we first got it, nor do we. Oh god, this music's too loud. Sorry, I can't concentrate. Let's turn that down.
Well, Father, why would you say such things?
You see,
As Father's doing, it's like the music is just too loud, and
you see his like Father Wine just like looks at all the monks walking by, like chants. He's like, "Can you guys just shut up for once?" And comes back inside because
what a
remember,
monologue.
this place has a bunch of deities in here.
Real quick, while the game's broken just for a little bit, I just realized my mic's been coming from my camera, not my actual mixer. It's fine now.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah, I'm fucking stupid.
So yeah, okay.
Whatever you say.
So like Father Wine was saying, he wasn't too sure what the what this thing is. He then continues to go and says, "However, we do know that it's promised to follow us, the church, and the church's favor. So here you go. We're going to give you the asset for this mission. After spending some time with it, we know it was made for war. So it also shows markings from Duskfall, so we presume it's some sort of advanced technology. It's pretty adamant on its name being Bender." At that point, you watch as it goes up to it and just says, "Bender, hello, Bender." And you watch as it's these blue crystals start to flicker and then turn on.
I like instantly like take a step back and watch it with like this like not sure what it is, might turn on me. Just getting ready for anything.
Yeah, as you do that, Bender, would you like to introduce yourself to the audience?
Hey,
No.
I am playing Bender, a Forge Cleric fighter who's also a Warforged. About 6'8", 310, and no hair, just metallic skin. You,
I can say.
he sort of he lights up. Can I wait for Wilson now? Oh, by the way, Cam, there was something I wanted to talk to you about too. I was actually asking if Bender can have a cloak that he puts on outside to be less conspicuous, like one with the same colors of the church,
Sure.
like black, white, and gold. Nice. Alrighty. So
I forgot. I
it
forgot
looks-
how old my character is, real quick.
You
How many years has it been since the start of the wars? 5 Kingdom Wars?
the Five Kingdom Wars that would have started
Real quick.
roughly about 30 years ago now.
Awesome, he has to be older than 30.
Band minimum age of 30.
So Avis, you sort of
Done.
look and you see the robotic figure just go, and just starts looking you up and down. Hello, half elf. I am Bender.
Hello, Bender. I am Ovis.
I would have paid money for you to say, "Hello, Bender, I am half elf."
Hi, Bender. I'm Dad.
So, what is my mission?
At this point, I just need to quickly music change. So whenever I say music change, I just need to like pretty much you guys just quickly pause.
Oh, good.
Oh, because I need to. Yeah.
Real quick.
What's the headmaster's name again?
What's the guy in front of me name? What's the guy in front of me? His name besides Avis?
Father.
Daddy.
Daddy.
Father Wine. Damn it, Chris.
It's during music
Sorry.
change. I can do whatever I want. Music.
Music. Anything but music. Alright. As you begin to power up, Father Wine sort of turns to you. Bender, I have a contract for you. At that point, he then grabs the contract from you, Avis, and passes it to Bender. You read the same thing that was on there, which is wild beast spotted in Phandille, a mining settlement 5 days north of Waterdeep. The locals have told tales of the creatures eating livestock. Potential class 3 shadow.
Interesting. This should be exciting.
And dangerous. I hope you know how to defend yourself.
Perhaps.
Perhaps. What are your capabilities, Vendo?
Sort of see him turn around. He looks behind him. He pulls out a battle axe and a warhammer and just goes, "These."
That'll do. That'll do nicely.
That'll do, donkey.
That'll do.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do. Should we head out immediately, Father Wine, or?
At that point, Father Wine says, yes, it's time to show you your final member of your team. At that point, he begins to walk outside this building, and after following them for about 5 minutes, you reach to the church's training fields. This is mostly just a very open, muddy place. You can see that there are hundreds of people out here. Some people are sitting down, talking to one another, reading. A lot of people are currently in the center, where you can see a lot of dummies and people trying to, they're trying new moves out on those dummies. You do take note of one dwarf. You see him as he is standing where there are 5 of these dummies. The dummies sort of, mechanically, they all sort of lift up and they all begin to move towards him. You watch as he sort of prepares himself, and you watch as he does this violent swing as he hits several of these dummies. The wood that is made of, they're made out of wood. You watch as it sort of splinters, and all of that wood just sort of explodes off into different directions.
I'm hoping that's the one we're looking for.
By the way, let's see. Yes, that is your dwarf, Hardstone. Come on, let's go have a talk to him. Comes up to you, and Morgren.
My name's not Hardstone anymore.
Thank you for telling me that. What is it?
Morgren, you've called me that before.
Oh wait, wait. What was
Yeah,
your
what's up?
last? Okay, well,
Real
I
quick
thought
as
that.
we're walking over, real quick as we're walking over, lead to Avis and go, "Hope he's on our side."
Oh, ironic for the fucking robot to say that. Avis is probably thinking, did you just say that to me?
What the fuck, bro?
So Morgren, as you finish doing your massive spin and hitting all of these dummies, you notice walking up to you is Father Wine, and
May I
2
interject?
new people. Yeah.
I'd like to quickly think to myself, holy fuck, I can't believe I nailed that. I hope someone was watching.
Okay. Father Wine walks up to you, and he says,
Oh, may I ask what race he is as well? Human?
"Human.
Okay, awesome.
Hello, Morgren."
I forgot his name. Father.
Wine.
Ah, Father Wine! My favorite Umgi. And look, you brought a friend. And what the fuck is that?
At this point, I think that'll be a perfect time to have Morgan. Can you introduce yourself? Morgan, can you introduce yourself to the audience?
Hello, my name is Morgren. Hi, Morgren. and I'm an alcoholic. I am a Dwarven Battlemaster, veteran of the War of the 5 Kingdoms. My subclass is a Battle Master. However, I was not able to tactically distinguish myself amongst my peers. After the 5 Kingdom War left, I departed from my clan Ironhelm, in search for mercenary work, at which point I was eventually recruited by the church.
Hey.
I am brunt, brash, and I remember what happened during those wars, and I don't like any of them.
So
Except the
real quick,
dwarves. I also
quick,
use slang a lot.
going back to the line of saying
That's
who the sweet fuck are you, you see Bender just sort of turn to you and you just go, "I am Bender. Who in the sweet fornicating devil's realm are you?"
Oh, look at... Morgren looks up at you. He's also 4 feet tall, 150 pounds. Looks up at you and goes... sorry, pardon me. He looks up at you Then he looks towards the father and say, "What did it just say to me?"
At that point, he sort of like takes me and is like, I'm gonna be honest, I've never actually truly understood that thing.
Did you say fornicate?
Anyway,
Is that like fucking?
at this point,
big word, Pep.
Father
The
Wine
big
cuts
word,
you guys
right?
off. Father Wine cuts you off and he says, anyway, I've heard that news that a man by the name of Haleth Never is trying to create a city-state in the capital, so I gotta go take care of that problem. Anyway, I'm gonna leave you all off to your duties, and I hope you guys are very successful in your adventure. He still looks nervous and he begins to walk off.
As father walks away, I go, "Excuse me, father.
Mm.
There must be a mistake. You giving me an algae? I don't like algaes."
Yeah, trust me, it's no mistake. Just like it wasn't a mistake on your last contract where you did hurt that person. Again, it's just a mistake. He sort of looks like he's got a cheeky smile and he walks off.
I look at
Good
him and I go,
Good old-fashioned racism.
I look at him, cover my mouth, and I go, "I thought no one told him about that." Anyway, you look like you're made out of my armor. And you, pointing towards the elf, I go, "You look like an algae, but you got ungy eyes. What are you?"
I'm a lot of things.
"Oh. Would you also be a fucking idiot? Just asking for future reference. I do need to work with you."
I assure you that I know what I'm doing, and that I put the importance of our mission at the forefront of anything.
I think that's good, but I'd also like to live too.
Let's
Anyway, he didn't give me any orders, and I doubt he would have given you any. What are you anyway? Like a hunter?
I'm a hunter.
Yeah.
It's what I do. I was given some orders, and I will hand him the contract. We're supposed to be heading.
As you quickly read the contract, you notice that it says wild beast spotted in Phandille mining settlement 5 days north of Waterdeep. The oracles have told that there's a creature eating livestock, potential 3-class shadow.
Okay. I
I've already said
already
it.
misspelt the word class. So excellent.
Yeah. I've said it twice, so it should be fine now.
I didn't.
Okay, you didn't.
I didn't want to add it to my notes until I actually learnt it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, if that's the case, let me just in
Chris
chat.
is furiously typing behind the screen.
It's currently in chat for you.
Oh shit! Yeah, I'll just copy and paste that passage.
In a meta sense here, so really quickly pulling it back. For everyone that may be watching this in the audience, contracts are set up into 3 objectives. Objective 1 is the players are not allowed to let NPCs know that their characters are working for the organization known as the Church of the Vale. So they must keep the Church of the Vale's identity a secret. The second one is to either kill or find a way to banish the creatures that they're hunting back to the Shadowfell. And the third is closing the rift in which those creatures came from. So
when you're done, I would also like to say something in character.
Yep. You'll also note that this will be based off the town of Phandille. However, because of how far back in time it is, at this point its name was Phandille. And that should be all the meta stuff I have to be thinking about here. So go ahead and do your in-character stuff.
Excellent. I need to have my notes because I need to see what it says. Wild Beast. Okay, so reading the notes also. Wild Beast, Phandille, Livestock. Class 3? Well, I'm not a paladin, so... I'd point to the Tin Man and I go, "Are you a paladin?"
I am not. I am Bender.
Oh, so we haven't got a paladin yet.
That's me. I'm the paladin.
Sorry, before you say that's a paladin, I go, "Oh, you haven't gotten the paladin yet." And then you say, "That's a paladin," and I go, "Oh. Fuck."
I'm sorry if I don't meet your expectations.
No. It just means I have to respect you now.
It's fine
I'm
if you
just
don't.
I'm just going to fold the sheet in half and say, no, I have to. Here are your notes, kind Elgie.
From your
Take
passive
them back.
perception, nurse, I would assume that you actually aren't happy about this.
Wow, that sounds like back. Anyway, I look to him and I go, oh, so those blue things are eyes. I'm happy you can use them.
Well, they're not mirrors for you to lose. They're not mirrors for you to look yourself in the mirror with.
No shit. Otherwise, I would. It's better than looking at you.
This bickering just sort of fades off as you guys walk towards the cart and horses. You guys travel.
Didn't say I was going to be likable.
You guys travel for like the next 3 to 4 days. It takes you to get to the small town, the small outpost of Phandille. At this point, Avis, you probably also had the 2 other books and handed them to Bender and Morgren.
Of course, yes.
They show that your identities are minors. You guys get to keep using your names. That's perfectly fine. But your identity, you're here to become a minor for the town of Phandille. That is your undercover story.
Hold on.
Yep. Tell me when you get.
Oh, that's bad phrasing. I just said essentially I put story to become a minor.
We got a fountain of youth, boys.
God, I hope you spelled that right.
Probably not. No, I didn't.
We go to the fountain of youth. Bender just jumps in. He just comes out a sheet of metal and a bunch of bolts.
I like.
Poster.
I like to imagine when I'm making the codex, I'll just read the first line as to become an underage dwarf.
I mean, if you read my notes, you'd probably hate me.
That's fine.
Because
More than I already do?
no, you genuinely hate me. You'd be mad. There's something. What did I say? I'll upon gaining the background, the cover story that we have, I will casually blurt out, "Ah, a minor. Looks like I'm overqualified." And
Okay.
I guess we just continue on. Yeah.
Yep.
It wasn't
So-
a prompt for conversation. I just wanted to say.
Most of the travel you guys have there, on your left-hand side is going to be the ocean, and this is what you'll see for majority of your travel. Like I said, after 3 to 4 days, you reach this point where you notice that there is a turnoff, and this turnoff says Tribal Trail. As you guys jump onto that and ride down that, another hour or 2 in, you reach this small little mining outpost. Initially, it's not something you really would care for. You wouldn't be here for a long period of time, but as it is your mission, you're now here. To your right, you can see what looks to be a large performance tent. To your left is like this closed off farm, and then in front of you is a covered area. Here you can see that there are currently several people working.
What are they working on?
So you notice that there is a couple, there's 2 of them that are currently cooking. One of them is sharpening some sort of pickaxe. You notice that one of them is obviously a blacksmith, and one of them just seems to be sitting there not doing anything.
Wow, my kind of people. Blacksmith. What was it? Blacksmith, cooking, and doing nothing. My 3 favorite things.
You'll notice that 2 of them are dwarves and 3 of them are humans.
Good enough for me. Assuming this is an indication that we have arrived into town.
Yep.
I would like to dismount the cart and walk towards the dwarf. Would one of the 2 dwarfs, are either of them the ones with the pickaxe?
So real quick, if you wanted to, you can, you guys won't have actual tokens, but for the sake of this, if you wanted to say have your characters there, you can. So for instance,
Yes. I work very visually, so
yep. So that would be there available. You can put that down if you wish. So
you need to swap the map.
Oh god, have I not done that yet?
Oh, okay. I thought this was be essentially like reading a book. I didn't realize you. Oh yes. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, you even got the insignia.
If it like looks blurry, just zoom in and out for like really quickly, and it should fix that.
Yep. We good.
I'll just okay. Bender may look a little fucky.
Oh, he's thick.
Bender looks like that Vladimir Putin meme. Like, that's what he looks like.
Oh, I'm even thicker.
I'm thicker than a shingle.
I mean, you're a tall boy. Oh, this is fine.
For his own health and safety, I hope he would not be a tall boy. Ain't that right? Yeah, the other guys know what's up.
Okay. So,
2 dead, a few hundred more to go.
by the way, for what I was saying before, like I said, you guys can see that to your right was a sort of like circus tent, to your left a clothes-off farm, and in front of you is where you see those several people working. So that is here.
Okay, yep.
Okay.
Alright, well, I will dismount the cart, and I will get the Roll20 controls. Fuck. Isn't there a way I can... This will do. I would like to maneuver over to there.
Yep.
That tent. Isn't there the way to pick up the token and measure?
If you hold the token and you use right click.
Ah. Oh my god, that is not good. When I pick up the token, I hold right click. It also drags my screen around.
Yep.
Oh, that is a...
Snap.
Yeah, whatever. Do it the old.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, either way, without prompt, navigate over to the tent. If the others choose to follow me, I will neither acknowledge, deny, or accept it.
I'll follow, but I'll hang like 10, 15 feet back just to kind of let Morgan do whatever he needs to do.
Has the Warforged covered himself in any way?
Yeah, he has a cloak from the church where he's able to wrap it around himself, put a hood over.
Okay, it's significant enough to actually hide what you are. Yeah.
Quick question: doesn't the Warforged like have the church's colors or something like that on him?
Yes. His material is
Oh.
made out of the church's color.
So that's why
Okay.
he also has a cloak too. It's a full. It's like a full.
Is that right? Is that right? Why one of the 3 objectives is to not let the church be known? Because I mean, like,
We might be in trouble.
It does specifically say the church's intentions as well, so I might let you guys off of that one.
there we go. They can just be like, "Oh, where are you from? Oh yeah, we're the Church of the Vale, but you don't know what we do, so it's fine. We still get paid."
Don't do that.
Have you heard about Lord and Savior, the Church of the Vale?
I haven't. They don't exist. Goodbye. This has been a big misunderstanding. Hey, would you like to go down that deep, dank, dark alleyway for me?
God.
So he has a
Don't
black
turn
cloak.
around. Just keep
Oh,
going.
no. Oh no, police. He fell on a knife and died.
He has a black cloak with no sigil, a bit of gold trimming on it, and just a hood over.
Does it look expensive?
No, it's like a really dusty gold.
Okay, good.
It
I
doesn't
don't-
look like he. It doesn't look like he just waltzed in from like the highest of cities.
Good.
Just
I'm
big
not
elf
interested in.
costume.
I'm not interested in being robbed.
I am.
Anyway.
So you said you'd like to go to one of the dwarves. Now there are 2 of them. You can tell that one of them is currently just using a whetstone on a pick, and the other one is the blacksmith.
Good. So, as much as I would be interested in the blacksmith one, I want to go to the pickaxe one since that's our cover.
Yep.
I'll walk up to him, take a proud stance, and I'll say, "Good evening, Dowie."
Evening. He seems a bit Dowie?
Ah, sorry. Ironhelm slang. You live with it, you breathe by it. What clan do you hail from?
Wait, did you say Ironhelm?
The very same.
You guys it was armor and shields, right? That's your thing.
The best in the entire kingdom. We pride ourselves on our efforts.
Yes, I think I've saw some of your work in some dwarves actually further up north and in this current city that they're making. I keep forgetting what the name is. You have any questions or?
Oh, I have plenty of questions about the excellent quality of our armor that those dwarfs carry. It's been a while since I've seen them, and I'd love to have a look at them. But I'm afraid we're here on business.
Oh.
See, myself and my associates, we're miners, contracted to work here.
Okay, well, if you're miners, then hello, and welcome to our small little outpost. So, at that point, he sort of like stands up and he sort of passes you the his pickaxe that he's currently holding. I was actually waiting for you to get here, and I was currently working on some of your picks. But before I can get you guys started in the mine, you'll have to go talk to our town leader, Ames. He's currently over in that tent over there, and he points towards the large circus tent. I'll have to get you to talk to him before you can do any work.
Not a problem. Are these picks for us to take now?
Yes, feel free to take them. I'll meet you back out here when you're done talking to him.
Alright, before I go, I want to very briefly examine the pick.
Yep.
Has it been worked on by a dwarf?
Give me a investigation roll.
I will give you an investigation roll.
The first roll of the game.
Yep. Why would you say that? I'm
Yep.
going to fail.
Here we go.
I'm nervous.
Oh Lord Jesus Christ!
Are we good?
Not bad.
Perfect.
My heart.
You look at it and you can see that this is very well made dwarven metal. You can tell that the way that it's the composition of what's used to make the metal is what's really well done. You also see that there's some dwarven scripture written on it. Mostly all of it just says stuff like "Forever we mine." That's about it.
Alright, I'll quickly examine the pick, and before I step away, I'll go, who worked on this pick?
Our local blacksmith sort of turns around, and you can see currently a dwarf working. His name's Corey.
Also, I'll go meet the town mayor first, but compliments to Corey. He is truly a contractor's friend. We'll be done our job in no time with these picks.
Wait until you see the mines. And at that point, he goes back and he continues what looks to be sharpening several other tools.
Okay, assuming the remainder of the party has stayed in their position back a bit,
Yep.
I will take the pick. I'll take that dwarven pick, and I will take. I assume there are 2 other picks allocated to the other party members.
Sure was.
I'll take those as well, and I will walk my way back and rejoin the party members. Yeah, there.
Did it go well?
Oh, Elgi, it went beautifully. Here's your dwarven pickaxe. Try not to break it like your people so love to do to dwarven artifacts.
I'll take good care of it.
Damn right you should. I'll turn to, I'm bad with names.
Bender.
Bender. You're Bender, and you're,
Avis.
Avis. Avis Bender, Avis Bender, Avis Bender. Okay, hopefully I got it. I'll turn to the Warforged and I'll go, I still haven't got a good nickname for you. Do you have a preference?
I prefer Bender. It's already a nickname.
Yeah, until I can think of a better one. Here's your pick.
You hand out the pick, he sort of doesn't take it, he just looks down. I'm afraid I'm not that proficient with those. I'm more proficient in mason, smithing, and navigator's tools.
Well, you better get proficient, because our undercover story are miners.
Let's not speak too loudly about what we're actually here for.
Oh, sorry. I'll I'll say, of course, and I'll lower my voice slightly and say, you better get proficient, because our undercover story is miners. I'll turn to Elgi and I'll go, is that better?
It's as good as it's gonna be, isn't it?
Very
More or
well
less.
then.
I'm happy you're learning to appreciate me.
Very well then.
I'm learning
Have
to
to take-
tolerate you.
Yeah, that's what I said, wasn't it?
Bender sort of grabs a pickaxe and he sort of like starts wielding it like a battle axe and just goes.
This.
Oh, I'll look at him and I'll just go, yeah, first of all, what's with the music?
I'm just going to. Could someone skip that real quick?
Got it.
Thank you. Okay, whilst that's happening, continue.
Sorry, I need to put my images up. For the record, the videos are on the left screen, and my camera's on the main screen. So, yeah. Game is here, people are there. To talk to people, I do that. Should I switch that? I'm gonna switch that.
Possibly, I have my Discord right here and then my other.
There we go.
Like,
Look at you people with dual screens.
I'd have 3 if I could. Okay, sorry, where was I? I watched the Warforged flail the pick like a battle axe, and I'll go, look, stop. Just, how good are you at copying other people? Just don't answer that. If we need to mine, just do what I do. I'm a dwarf, I know these things. Follow my lead. Now we know the way.
Very well. Following lead.
God, he's gonna take that literally. He's gonna be right on my heels when I go to the town hall, isn't he? He's gonna be
like,
stepping
jump
on
on your
like
back.
my shoes, like you do in primary school. All right. So where is the mayor? He's in what I assume to be the town hall. So probably
Yeah.
not the farming residence. I assume
I think
this area.
our gracious DM said like the tent, the big tent, right?
Very well.
I did say that, yes.
Oh, the big
This
tent.
one?
My
Yep.
apologies.
Okay.
I will walk towards the tent.
Can
Yep.
we? Sorry, can we see the elm? Like, can we see Elm? Like, can we see what he looks like, or are we? Is he like inside?
So Ames, you can't see from out here because the front of the tent has these sheets that sort of cover the front entrance.
Okay, I'll go in with them, but yeah, just keeping a respectful distance if I can.
If I may, right before we get to the door, I like to turn to the Warforged and I'll go, turn around and I'll say, you look like you're not from anywhere, which is bad because you should be from somewhere. Stay out here and don't look suspicious. Do you know that?
Okay. Not following lead as he sort of turns around and walks back.
I see him walk away and I go, oh, he was gonna follow me in, wasn't he?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh,
Are you
well, that was
following?
close.
Are you
I'll go
following it?
I'll come in with you.
Yeah.
Who's the mayor's name again?
Ames.
Oh,
Ames
I
Holder.
am good with names.
It's okay.
I am bad with notes.
That's also
This
okay.
is gonna be interesting. I don't think it is.
I do. I have Elm. You know,
Yeah.
far and out. Big dumb brain. Here we go. All right. All good.
I will endeavor to try.
I just gave his name on, guys.
Fuck, I
thank
had it
you.
right the first time.
All right. So,
Oh my god, what is that spelling?
Ames Holder.
I didn't aim like aiming something.
Ah. So, who's walking in first? Is it a dwarf?
I will proceed at my own pace. If no one overtakes me, I'll go
I'll let the
straight in.
dwarf go first because I have the suspicion that a lot of these people are going to be dwarves.
All right. So when the dwarf walks in, as soon as you open it up, the first thing you notice that in here, it looks to be this garden. When you first enter, you notice that everything on the inside of here is much larger than what you expect. You can see as this river sort of flows through the middle of this massive...
Question.
Yep.
Much larger than I expect. Does that include the dimensions of the actual tent?
So...
Like a Doctor Who kind of thing?
When you walk in, you don't see a tent around the outside. But you see what looks to be a strange shimmer. You can tell that there's some sort of cloth there, but what's on that cloth looks like it's a landscape of some sort.
Is this unfamiliar to me?
I'd say this sort of magic is unfamiliar to you. It's when
Uh,
Avis walks in, is when you can tell that this is illusionary, is that wall. It is a part of the tent, but it's illusionary magic there. Everything on the inside here is druidic of some sort. Walking through it, you notice, like I said, there's this river that seems to be passing through the middle, this small bridge in the center, and you see a human male currently looking at the river. On your sides are these like trees, these massive trees that reach all the way up to the and flowers everywhere as well, some bushes, and you see a couple of small creatures running around. He hasn't noticed you yet.
I take a step in, look around, and I take another step, and I continue walking forward very slowly, and I'm spinning around slowly, taking everything in. Avis, assuming next to me, just hears me whisper, hears Morgan whisper, "What the fuck?"
This is new for me as well. Not every day you walk into a tent and it's a forest.
Elgie, Is this like devil shit?
It seems to be, and I'll like pluck at a bit of the grass, and that seems to be some sort of grove or something, like an illusion almost.
Right, good, because you fight like demons, right? So you'd know if this was demon and bad.
I can get a sense of it for you if you'd like.
Give me a Arcana check.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh, lucky for me, I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. Sure.
How lucky!
3.
Wow!
This place is like pretty as fuck. That's
Can
it.
I'm gonna spend a couple seconds closing my eyes and sending a small prayer to my deity Helm, and I'm going to pulse a divine sense in here.
Okay. Quickly remind me what Divine Sense is and the audience.
Yeah, so divine sense as
And
an
the audience.
action. As an action, I can detect the location of any celestial, fiend, or undead within 60 feet, not behind total cover. I know the type, but not the identity. I can also detect an area consecrated or desecrated by the Hallow spell. Can be done a total of 5 times per day.
Can you? Okay, there's a little chat icon.
Oh,
Here, so
yeah.
press that. Yeah, there you go.
I did a summary of it, yeah.
You can tell nothing. Yeah, you could probably tell nothing in here besides. Yeah, no, not in here. You can't tell anything.
Doesn't appear to be anything of celestial or fiendish magic. It appears to be some sort of druidic or arcane magic.
I look down to him praying and I'll say, so no demons?
Not that I can sense, no.
Sweet! And I march off in full stride towards the human by the lake. River, sorry.
Yep. So like I said, it's currently the
Hold on.
I'll quickly come back to you, but don't worry.
Okay,
Yes. There's a bridge that goes over the river, and he's standing on that bridge, just sort of leaning.
So real quick, it's at this point that I wish I actually took detect magic now.
I thought about that spell too. I'm like, oh,
too.
probably won't need it.
I'm not a spellcaster! Woo!
I've identified, but I don't have detect magic. Why?
Should have just been a paladin.
So you're just going straight to this guy, Morgan,
Wait till you can see.
Yes.
and Avis, you too.
Yeah, I'm following.
Taking
So
the route because illusionary magic is not something I'm exactly familiar with.
whilst you guys are walking there, cut to Bender.
Oh, no.
God damn it, fucking DM.
Alright, yep.
Cut the bender. Fuck!
From that tent north of you, you also saw the 3 humans and the 2 dwarves. One of the humans is a small boy. You watch as the small boy sort of runs up. Well, you don't quite see him run up to you straight away. Yeah, what you hear is the sound of him like sort of tapping the metal on your leg.
Yep.
Excuse me, sir.
Kick the child.
Just
No witnesses.
yes, little boy.
Remember rule number 1.
What was that, Bender?
Yes, little boy.
I was wondering, what are you?
Fucked.
I love that.
I am a machine built for the mining camp.
What's a machine?
Look at the DM's eyes, so innocent.
Oh my god. I feel like I'm there watching this kid
cast inflict
life
wounds.
flash before his
Did
eyes.
you say you cast something, inflict wounds?
Inflict
Did you just say that? Or is this kid just
Just shrivels up into like a prune. And it's like, oh well.
It's like, disintegrate!
Excuse me, sir. Power
Mr.
kill.
Mr. Machine, I don't feel so good.
Power kill. Go on.
Anyway,
No, punishment.
do you say anything?
I go.
Panic.
Everything in life
That's
is a
a disco.
machine. Your body is a machine. It's what keeps us moving.
This body's a machine.
You sort of watch
I'm
as
sorry.
he like gives a like
Can't believe you
massive
did that.
smile. He sort of turns around, looks back at 10 steps around, and says, "Mommy, I'm a machine. I'm a machine." As he like runs back towards the tent, The woman
I'm
sort
sure
of
this is how Terminator started.
the woman sort of looks up to you, looks a bit, like that's strange, and continues to go back to her work. Cut back to inside the tent. You get up to this guy, and you see, first thing you notice is like long duster that he's wearing. He's currently holding what looks to be a flower, and these flowers, their petals have been all shriveled up, and a lot of it's dark, most of the body of this flower, and he's just staring at it.
G'day.
Hearing your footsteps, he says, hello? Like looks at the entrance tent. Oh, you must be the travelers from Waterdeep.
I fling up my pickaxe on my belt, fling it up, catch it, and I go, Dwarven Miner, reporting for duty as contracted.
Yes, how are you all today?
Fabulously.
Well, thank you.
Ah, fuck the Elgies there. Sorry, I forgot he was there.
I do want to point out
Continue
I'm also 6'1".
Yep.
Yeah, I don't look up very often.
I'm
What's your
still
point?
taller.
Anyway.
Oh yeah, well I'm a dwarf that's 8 feet tall. How about that? Fight me.
Anyway, Ames looks at both of you and he's just like, I was told that you would have a third miner.
Oh, he's a little shy. He's outside.
Oh, very well. If you wouldn't mind, I'd like to grab your worksheets, and inside your little books, you remember that there are worksheets in there. I have to sign them before you guys can start mining.
No problem. I put my pickaxe on my belt because I need 2 hands for this shit.
Yep.
And I open up. No, sorry. I retrieve the worksheet because it's not in the book, I imagine.
Yeah, no, it's like a separate
I took
sheet
it out.
that you can pull
Yeah,
out of the
okay.
book.
I took it out and I go, here you go. Do you have a desk or something? Or are you just going to sign it here?
At that point, don't worry, I can sign it. He looks at Avis and extends his hand out for his worksheet.
Gingerly take out my worksheet and hand it to him.
Gingerly.
You
What's
watch,
orange about this situation?
like for just like a split moment, you watch as he like sort of like snaps his fingers, and suddenly like a pen appears, and he begins to write on the sheets, and just gives signatures.
I think, yeah, no, Morgren sort of, instead of his upright stance, sort of like takes a step back, but keeps the sheet really like close where it was, just like trying to get away from it.
At that point, he sort of moves the sheets back towards both of you.
Is it okay to touch?
It's fine. It's only magic.
Oh
Did you
yeah,
want
it's only magic.
Did you want to go and
Roll it up, put it away.
did you want me to go and collect our friend's worksheet as well?
Well, how about we go out there and we meet you?
Of course.
Yeah, sure.
At that point,
We can do that.
he walks. So you guys went on, say, the right side of this bridge. He walks off the left side, also because you can go either way for this. He walks off the left side, and you notice. Actually, both of you give me perception checks.
Wow. Thinking everything I'm not good at.
On purpose.
Yeah.
Yeah. I clicked the button and nothing happened. Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Morgren, come on.
It's the second 2 rolled out of 3 rolls.
That's very
4 rolls.
unlucky.
So yeah, very unlucky is going to get us very dead.
That's a fucking move. All right.